You know the feeling. The alarm goes off, and immediately your brain starts spinning. A tight chest, a racing pulse, and an endless to-do list that loops in your head before your feet even hit the floor. There is a precise method to step out of that exhausting loop. It is an ancient cognitive framework called witness consciousness, and as author Kanv Sachdev outlines in his book The Mind of Shiva, it provides a direct antidote to modern mental chaos. To access this state, we are going to build a 3-step witnessing toolkit. These are specific, actionable techniques that take only minutes to learn and can be deployed the second you feel overwhelmed. The goal here is not to escape your busy reality or shut down your responsibilities. The goal is to build the capacity to observe the turbulence of your day without becoming a victim to it. Step 1 is building what we call the breath bridge. This is your foundational tool for carving out mental space during a hectic moment. We breathe automatically, but to build this bridge, you need to shift your focus away from the active intake of air and the push of the exhale. This diagram tracks a breath cycle. Instead of movement, target the micropause, the naturally occurring gap at the bottom of your exhale. A common mistake is artificially holding your breath. Don't trap the air. Simply watch the autonomous pause occur. While you observe this gap, your mind will naturally generate distracting thoughts. When they arise, categorize them as passing objects rather than engaging storylines you need to follow. Treat those passing thoughts as heavy, fast-moving clouds rushing across an infinite, completely unmoving sky. You are the clear sky, untouched by the weather. By repeatedly anchoring your attention to the micropause between breaths, you actively train your brain to locate a moment of absolute stillness right in the middle of continuous motion. Sometimes the mental load upgrades into a sudden, intense emotional surge, like a spike of anger or a wave of fear. For these moments, we move to step 2, emotional meteorology. To manage that intensity, you need a physical anchor to stabilize your nervous system. We use a technique called 4-square breathing. This visual guide outlines the exact sequence required for stabilization. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and pause for 4 counts. This strict structure forces your parasympathetic nervous system to engage, actively overriding the body's frantic fight-or-flight response. Once your body stabilizes, apply the psychological step. Neutrally label the emotion. Tell yourself, anger is present, rather than identifying with it by saying, I am angry. Think of your awareness as an ocean. The intense emotion is a crashing wave on the surface, while your true awareness remains perfectly still below. Applying this structure prevents a temporary emotion from dictating your identity. It converts a severe feeling into manageable, temporary physiological data. Step 3 is the routine ritual. This tool is designed to turn your mundane daily chores into active, grounding exercises in witnessing. Select a highly repetitive physical action that you perform every day. This could be washing a dish or even the simple act of walking down a hallway. Command yourself to place 100% of your attention onto the raw, granular physical sensations of that specific task. Track the exact temperature of the water running over your hands, or feel the mechanical, heel-to-toe roll of your foot striking the floor. Within seconds, you will experience mental drift. Your brain will attempt to pull your focus back into a stressful narrative or a loop of future planning. When this happens, deploy your correction mechanism. Gently steer your attention back to the physical feeling. Do not judge yourself or fight the distraction. Anchoring your mind to these physical routines teaches your brain that actions happen organically. They do not require a constant, stressed internal monologue to control them. With these 3 components, you now have a complete daily witness toolkit: the micropause, emotional meteorology, and the routine ritual. Using them creates a distinct psychological shift. You transition from being trapped inside a chaotic, overwhelming movie to safely observing from a quiet theater. The chaos of external life will not stop. Deadlines, conflicts, and obligations will persist. But you now possess the psychological architecture to remain an untouched observer amidst the noise. Select one mundane activity today, apply the routine ritual, and actively choose to be the silent witness.